Okay, we're back again. First things first, I figured out that bug from last time, which is under no X window. So last time the problem that we had, was that the IBS window itself wasn't being recorded. We weren't picking that up. The problem, if we go down to here, is this. So basically the depth is not 32. The depth here is 24. So you end up with a size that's multiplied by 24. Well, sorry, that's multiplied by 3 instead of being multiplied by 4. And the reason that's a problem is because here, when we use this mask, we're asking for 32 bits because we don't handle depth correctly. So it works now. I can actually get rid of one of those to-dos. That's nice. $103 to-dos. Very nice. We're so close, bros. We're so close. Alright, but now what I want to do is I want to continue focusing on the performance problems, which we should be able to see if we do a cheeky record here. We might as well record that. I don't think it matters. Whatever. Okay, we'll just let it go for a second, then we'll kill it there. That's a big problem. Big problem. Because this limits our theoretical maximum of frames per second to, what, if you go by 10, you get 500, then you need to double it to 20, I guess, to about 20 frames a second, as our theoretical maximum, which is pretty bad. We would ideally like to do better than that. What are we actually at? We're at about 16, so we're a little bit far away from the theoretical maximum. That's to be expected. But we're going to see if we can try to speed up the re-encode. I'm not sure there's really much we can do to speed up the re-encoding itself. We're already using what I think, at least, is a pretty optimized re-encoding function. I don't think I can write a faster re-encode. I think that's unlikely. It may be the case that this is doing a decode to some shared format and then an encode to another format, in which case we could probably do faster by doing it manually, but I'm not holding out my breath that that's true. So what I'm hoping to do to speed things up a little, and I don't know if this is going to work, to be clear. So I've been a bit hesitant to try it just because I'm not sure if it'll pay off and I think it's going to be a pain. But what I'm going to try to do is have a submission queue where you can submit these frames to be re-encoded rather than blocking the main thread, the main sort of capture thread. Now we'll run into the problem that because our capture thread time is dominated by the re-encode, we're going to swamp the re-encoding thread. Like, we're just going to capture things faster than we can re-encode them and spit them out. Like, that's kind of obvious. Most of our time is spent re-encoding, so if we remove that, then we're going to produce too much work for the re-encoding thread. But I'm hoping we can have 2 or maybe 3. So part of the... Okay, I'll say what I was going to say first. I'm hoping we can have 2 or 3 re-encoding threads, and that as long as they're re-encoding in parallel, then we can increase our throughput. So even though we're still limited by re-encoding, we can kind of do, maybe 2 frames in the time it would usually take us to do 1. Some of the reasons I'm hesitant, firstly, I actually don't have that many threads to play with. I only have about 5 threads. This is because OpenBSD disables hyperthreading, which I don't fully understand hyperthreading. Doesn't really matter. It's disabled for what it's worth. But can I see threads here? I can. So we can see that my current X11 record is using a few threads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess, 6 threads. So it's using all my cores. I'm already using UI thread, video thread, audio thread. I'm already using 3 threads. So that doesn't leave me with a lot to play with, especially because I think the video rescaling threads are probably going to take up all my CPU time. Now, I don't know if that's actually true. Can we see... We can see thread... I should have more threads, right? Am I in the right place? Oh, I see. I should be able to filter this, right? F4 IBS. Here we go. Okay, I don't think I have fucking 11 threads. I don't think that's true. I don't know where all these come from. Maybe these come from FFmpeg itself. That's plausible. I don't know how to read this. What's the difference between green and not green? Yeah, I don't really know how to read this. Whatever. The good news is it looks like we have spare CPU cycles to use. The bad news is it looks like all of our cores are pretty busy. On the other hand, the good news is that it doesn't look like they're that busy. Like it looks like we can still use some extra cores. Anyway, I've done enough talking about nonsense. It's time to try it and be sad that it doesn't work. Oh, actually, one thing I want to see before I do that is I want to see it actually going. Did I not do that right? No. Okay, interesting. So it actually reduces the amount of CPU cycles we're using because I guess we're blocked on that operation. Interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Let's try and do something about it. Okay, so how do I want to architect this? I want another thread that all it does is it takes... No, I want 2 threads. So my main video thread, I want to put these frames onto a queue to be picked up by background threads that all they do is they watch the queue. Now the thing I'm curious, do these already have PTS in them or do I need to set that later? VO PTS, good. It looks like they're already there. That's good. The thing I wonder, do I have to submit them in PTS order? Oh, I see. I don't want to do this. Because I think I just still need them to be ordered, unfortunately. I can process many at once, but I think I want them to still finish in order, which is kind of lame. It's not the end of the world. So which thread do I want to actually handle the... where is it? The, like, send and receive. Oh yeah, I'm also just curious what happens if I don't do this. It should look like shit, right? Because it should be in the wrong encoding. Oh boy, we're going fast now. All right, kill that. Yeah, it's just in the wrong encoding. So yeah, okay, we just get green. Cool. But we do get green at a great 25 frames a second. Whew. Brilliant. 25 frames a second is not amazing. It is the kind of what I'm hoping for. It's a little sad to see that's our theoretical maximum. What if I don't do blanking as well? Where do I actually do that? I think it's on like composite. Yeah. Let's just not do this. Okay, we'll see how many frames per second we get. Okay. Yeah, most of our compositing time is made up of blanking, which is absolutely insane. Anyway, so it should still be garbage. Yeah, we're still good garbage. Get rid of that. Yeah, and we're still pegged at about 25 frames a second. That's really interesting. I wonder why. Did I ask it to be pegged at 25 frames a second? That's plausible. Hype video, I think. I did. Can I bump that up? Can I go like 50? What about 60? Can I get 60 frames a second? Okay. Leave that running for a few seconds. All right. Oh boy, it's green. Isn't that great? So we can. Okay, we can actually get up to like maybe 50 frames a second. That's interesting. It'd be great if we could get there. I don't actually care about getting to 60, to be honest. 25 is fine. That's plenty. But the fact that we can theoretically get to 60 is nice. So let's go composite window. No. Screen? X windows. Silly me. Okay, we'll add this insulting line back. And we'll see if we can still get to 60. We'll just sort of... That should be enough. Okay, very good. Yeah, so we're a little slower than before, but basically the same, about 59 frames a second. At some point, I think I also want to do something about this sampling rate. That's very high. And the rate at which we're sampling, I think, is possibly even higher. And we downsample it to that, I think. I'm not going to dig into the audio. It's not important right now. Okay, so we're about to start. We're already 15 in. All right, very nice. Send video frame. So basically what we want to do is we want to grab the PTS here, and then we want to insert it into a background. No, just insert it into a queue, and we just want to signal probably a semaphore, because we probably want a semaphore to keep track of how many things there are waiting. The question I have is the writing thread. The writing, if we do this in a circular buffer, is that fine? I think that's fine if we go in a circular buffer. It'd also be nice to space these out, because the problem I'm anticipating is that every second we saturate with like, I don't know, let's say 40 frame, whatever it is. Every second we saturate with 40 frames. Actually, it'll be a little lower. Every second we saturate with like 5 frames, let's say. And then we spend the whole second processing the first 5 frames while everything else is blank. I think I'll probably want to do... which we can do later. Under render extreme. Oh, do I not have a comment? Yeah, limit frame rate. I think we'll want to limit the frame rate here so we don't end up just getting the first 5 frames every second. Yeah, because we want to spread those out. Send video frame.